Yeah.
All right. Well, crew, it's great to see everybody. Glad you're on here this Tuesday, but I will not take too much time to talk myself because I know you're not here to listen to me talk today. Everybody's pretty excited to have Tyler here, and I can see that Linda's like got her light and everything ready. She's like ready to go, ready to start practicing. But those of you who don't know Tyler, I am going to give you like the 44-second recap of who Tyler is. So Tyler Hassman is an agent in Calgary, Alberta. And, you know, I know Brad up there. And so I've been friends with Brad, and I know how well he's done with YouTube. And one day he sent me this TikTok of this young guy in a hat doing a tour through a house. And I was like, that's cool. And then I looked at how many comments and how many of these tours he'd done and how many people were following him. And Brad tells me that he's just like blowing up. And what was fun is what I love about Tyler. If you guys don't know, like one of the things I love doing is figuring out not just if someone is doing something that's working, but like why it's working. And I always love newer agents that have come into the business and found success, because I think that's one of the things I'm most passionate about, is helping new agents find success. And what's the difference between someone who gets traction and doesn't? And so Tyler, for me, is like super exciting because he's had his license for what? Less than 2 years? You've been in it less than 2 years?
Less than 2 years.
Right. And I mean, just crushing it right off the bat. And so what he's doing has gotten him immediate traction in the business, which I get really excited about. And so it's a very simple thing, done well, done consistently, and somewhat perfected. And so without further ado, Tyler, welcome to the show. Dude, Ray swung full back from corporate Real X. He's just like going all in today.
I love that. I love that so much. It gets a good vibe going, right? And thank you so much, Tim. I'm super excited to be here, you guys. I mean, like, you know, for those that were at the Real Estate Video Blueprint in Houston, what I want to discuss today is a little bit different. Is number one, obviously, I want you guys to leave inspired to be like, I need to go out and get this shit done, because if he was able to do it, why can't I? And I also want to get a lot more tactical. So I think that was the one thing at the event. My inbox after the event was like, wait, I got so many questions. How do I do this? How do I do this? And that's what we're going to dive into today, the exact particulars. So by the end of this, first off, you're probably going to be like, wow, this is a lot simpler and he's got to be hiding stuff, but I'm not. It's that simple. And you'll also be leaving with like actual tangible things that you can go and do today, not tomorrow, today. Like, I'd recommend clearing your damn schedule, clear the viewings, clear everything else, and just go and make these videos today. And I'm telling you, you go all in on that for like 30, 60, 90 days, you could see some life-changing results like I've gotten. Even actually Brandon Strasser, I gotta give him a shout out, in Edmonton with Real, also a brand new agent. He's one of the top agents in all of Canada for individual transactions, all from TikTok. He's crushing it. So it's not just me, it's other people implementing this too, whether they're brand new or been at it for a while, and it's working. So anyways, yeah.
All right, so let's dig in here. One, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat and we will get to them. But Tyler, like, I want to dig right in to how you do these videos. So let's start out with equipment that you use, which is going to be super simple, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, am I able to share my screen? I actually have slides, but if not, we can just talk about it.
No, you can share it up.
Okay, I just feel like that would be super valuable.
Tyler, if you want to, I can bring that up while you talk about it if you want.
Can you guys see this?
Oh, you got it. Yeah. You already got it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so first thing let's talk about is...
You should open some more tabs.
I know. I've got like a million different things all the time on there. Okay, so can I actually dive into like the first step?
Katie's just talking smack. Don't worry, keep going.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I was talking. Okay, I want to actually dive into the first step, which is the finding the properties, and then get into the gear. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like this just because it's easier to see. So ignore the canvas stuff and all that stuff. But anyways, finding the properties. Okay, so The biggest thing, you guys, with finding properties is actually finding your niche. So by niche, I mean being specific. So what I mean by that is the types of niches with home tours is affordable housing, luxury property, lofts, condos, single family homes, location specific homes, or unique properties. Now, the reason why it's better to be specific is because it's like anything, if you niche down any part of your business and you dominate that niche, you're going to have much more of an impact than going after everything, right? So what you can do to start is pick 3 of these, or pick the ones you're most passionate about and go and film them. So a big thing, if you go on my profile, it has changed over the little while because I travel now and I did some other things. But when I first started, the things that really got me views was the affordable housing. Now, what I mean by that is the big thing about Calgary, Alberta, is that the places are a lot cheaper than Toronto or Vancouver, the other 2 major cities in Canada. So Calgary is like the 3rd, but a condo here is 200,000. Vancouver and Toronto is like $1 million, right? So all of a sudden I found that when I was posting these condos that weren't even that nice, people were going crazy, sharing it, leads were coming in. And then I'd go and post like a luxury home and I'd be like, this one's going to blow up. I'd get no views. Nobody cared. So that's when I started going all in on the affordable, like, and it's not like literally affordable, like super cheap, but even a $600,000 single family home. People in Ontario are like, that only gets me a condo. So those started spreading. So I doubled down, went all in on that. And now I just kind of switch it up to like everything because now my audience is that, but I would recommend kind of sticking to a certain niche. So a big thing to figure out what niche is working is pick a few of them or ones you're passionate about, and then see which ones do best. That's what I do with all my content, you guys. I don't decide, which content I'm going to do next. I look at, okay, what is my audience liking? Right? Sometimes I'll go and I did like a sheep wagon Airbnb and I thought it'd be the coolest thing ever. It's really a sheep wagon. You could sleep in it. And I was like, this is gonna get millions of hits. I drove so far, minus 40 degrees, went out and filmed it for no money. I told them I'd do it for free because I'm like, it's gonna get 1 million views. It tanked. Nobody loved it. And I was like, never doing a sheep wagon again. I'm going back to my regular homes people can live in.
Now,
right?
real quick, Tyler.
Yeah.
If you guys were at the conference, one of the big things we hammered in on was try, fail, analyze, adjust. And like your analyze and adjust is where the money's at, because that's where you are like actually listening to your audience, actually analyzing what's getting the most engagement, and then going all in on that.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing is like, at the start, you want to do more doing, less analyzing. So like if you go for 2 weeks, post every single day, at the end of each week, be like, hey, what videos did good? Which ones didn't do good? Why are these ones doing good? What can I change up? What's Tyler doing that I'm not doing now that I'm getting better at it? So that's something you want to do, is keep on analyzing. And then basically give the people what they want. That's like me. Everything I post is because, and the views I get and why I have the followers and the growth is because I have in my mind, I'm giving it value to people, not me just going out there having fun, right? Because if it was me having fun, I'd do more sheep wagons, right? So that's why I go and film like cool homes. So the types of properties you guys can get into, and I get into, are show homes. So you guys know builder homes, model homes. They're basically from builders. They're the easiest to get into because they usually have salespeople there from whatever time during the day. A lot of times they're sitting there doing Sudoku. So you walk in, they're happy to see you. And it's super easy because it's free marketing for builders. So there's like show home parade streets, like at least here in Alberta. In Texas, there was too when I was there. It was insane. Like I had someone from Houston be like, oh, it's hard to find properties here. I flew in, went straight from the airport, rented a vehicle straight to this one area. And there was 6 show homes on that street. And the builder guy was like, oh man, yeah, go film them all. And he's like, I got like 13 spec homes available too. If you want to see those ones, I could have filmed like 30 properties there within a day. Right? So show homes by builders are absolutely amazing. They're usually staged as well. So they look nice, easy to get into. And then the companies reshare usually so that you get additional marketing. And if you go to agent listings, like on Zillow, on the MLS, I always like to look at the occupancy, right? If you're able to see that and where we are in Alberta, we can see if it's vacant, tenanted, or owner occupied. I like to pick vacant properties. And the reason why it's easy to get into, I have multiple listings. I got a lot of listings right now. And let me tell you, I got a family that has 3 kids in this one house. And I had an agent be like, hey, I want to come film it at like 6:30 on a Wednesday night. I'm like, no, that's not happening. I'm not getting this family to pack up their kids and finish supper early to get out of their house for you to come film. But I'm like, during the day, yes. Or hey, we're doing an open house this weekend. That's another thing. Open houses, contact the agent. Hey, it's Tyler. Wanted to come by really quick for the open house. Can I come film? Or hey, I'll be there. I'll make sure I won't get anybody in it. Very easy. You want to make it easy for the agents to say yes. We all been there, right? And if it's owner occupied or tenant occupied, still works, just a little harder. And staged, not all of them are staged. It's better if it is staged, obviously. But sometimes, you know, I'd rather have a vacant property with nothing in it than a tenant occupied, you know, blankets hanging from the windows covering everything, you know, seen some crazy stuff. So asking for permission, you guys want to screenshot this. Okay, because I've been sending this out to a lot of people. You guys can just screenshot this. And if anybody misses it, I can send these slides somewhere. But anyways, here is the script I would use. It essentially says, and I text this or I email it. I never call. The reason why I don't call is because whenever you're calling an agent, a lot of agents are busy, they're flustered, they're driving, they're with clients, they're hello, like what's going on? And then you're like, oh, hey, like, I want to come like do this TikTok thing. And they're like, hell no. But if you text them, they're going to look at it and read it and comprehend it and have the chance to actually digest it, right? So I send this script and I say, hey, this is Tyler Hassman from Real Broker, and I'm going to be doing an agent preview on your listing. So what I like to say is like, hey, I'm going to come and check out your listing so I can preview it anyways. Right? While I'm there, do you mind if I take a few photos and videos to put on my phone to send to my network of buyers and post on social or social media, right? I'll be sure to mention your name and brokerage as the listing owner. Thanks, right? So a big thing there is I'm not saying, hey, I want to come film and I want to post it so I can give views. I'm saying, hey, I want to come preview it while I'm there, photos and videos, would love to take them, send them to my network of buyers and sellers, and also promote it on my social media. Right? I'm giving them value. And then people are like, hell yeah, let's do it. Or they're like, no. And if you get no, I mean, who cares? Go to the next agent, right? Their loss.
Tyler, one question on this. Do you feel like it's easier for you now to get people to say yes now that you've built this following on social?
Yeah, I get paid now.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting paid. So it was people rejecting me at first. So I only went to builders because like people rejected me, people didn't want it, right? And at the start, it was really hard, but I kept on going. I didn't care. And then next thing you know, you'd find an agent. I literally would want to give up and I'd text an agent. And next thing you know, they're like, hey, I actually have like 6 listings. Hey, I talked to my other agent at my brokerage. They got like 4. Do you want to do those too? So you never know when you're going to have that person say yes. But now it's a lot different. Like you guys, I'm making over 6 figures a year now on paid gigs from builders. I have marketing contracts with builders to do this. Like the demand on this, you guys, is insane. That's why like now I don't go on viewings. I have co-listing agents on all my stuff because there's so much revenue being made because people are like, I want videos at my property. Builders are like, promote my brand, do my thing. Like it's insane what's happening with this because it's like the new golden era of everything. So times have changed. And now it's easier than ever because other agents that did say no to me before are coming around to now realize, hey, this is awesome. Because I just even posted a $7.9 million condo this morning, right before this. And that agent, right, he is very successful. He's like the top luxury agent here. And it was great. He does like videos and stuff too, right? But he was like, man, like I saw your stuff. And I was like, instead of competing and trying to do my own video on this thing, why not just collaborate? And then he hit me up. He's like, hey, I got this like $8 million condo. Let's do it. So people like are coming around to that idea.
Look, the thing I want to get across to our people is that, yeah, like when you're starting off doing this, get ready to be told no. Like a lot of agents are going to say no. So don't send this to 3 listing agents and think you're going to get to go shoot 3 houses.
Totally.
So but the more you do it, and if you churn through and actually get this done, then, you know, you can create an audience. And then once you have an audience, agents are going to be coming to you to put their listings up.
Absolutely. And to give you guys some motivation is I'm going to Toronto in 2 days for the another real event. And I have 4 tours lined up with some agents I know and just some other people, right? And I then hit up a bunch of like really cool houses. Look at this, you guys. Here is my list. All these people said no to me. Even with my following, even being like, I was featured on HGTV Canada, Property Grams, all this crazy stuff. These people, I mean, it's not lots, but this is like the luxury homes, but all these people said no to me. even with the following, even with people's like builders paying me almost 1,000 to 1,500 a video. These people for free marketing said no or did not respond, right? And I just didn't care. I'm like, they're lost, you know? So sometimes, you know, you get told no, we just gotta keep on going. So it even happens to me now. Another thing really quick is wow factors. It's nice when you can find properties that have the wow factor that make people be like, damn, this is a cool property, I want to share it. So in this one has a really cool living area. This one, the full back wall is windows. This one has a swirly staircase. But a wow factor can also be the price. It could be the location. It could also be the history of it. So a big thing is one of my most viewed videos is actually Calgary's cheapest condo. It got more views than Calgary's most expensive condo. The reason why people are like $96,000 is actually pretty cool, right? And there was other people that filmed it, didn't get any views, but it's because I put it as that of like the wow factor is the price. The other person was trying to make the wow factor the condo. I'm like, this condo shit, right? It's outdated, it's gross. Like, but the wow factor is the price. So try and find a property that has a wow factor. It doesn't have to, but it'll be better.
What?
Yep.
Are you going to talk about flow of the videos?
Oh yeah. That's
okay.
In the filming section. Oh yeah. We're gonna get. Oh yeah. I'm even gonna show you the Matterport, like where I go. Oh yeah. Another thing is scheduling viewings. This is how I make so many videos. Is I'll go to one area. Like even in Texas, I went to one area, Conroe, I think it was. If that's what it was. But anyways,
yeah, it was.
Okay, there we go. And I go up there, and like I said, there was like I shot 3 homes side by side. 15 minutes, done filming those. And then we went to a different community just down the street, 4 more homes, film. That's 8 tours. And then I actually edited it inside a Target in the produce aisle because they had free Wi-Fi there, right? Like you can get so much done when you focus on one area, right? You take one morning, you can film like 5 to 10 homes. Another thing is time allowance. It takes anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes to walk through and do the filming. For me, it's a lot less, but for you, it might take that time, turn on the lights. So make sure you're scheduling accordingly. I mean, you guys are familiar with that, with doing anything. So action items. Here's what you guys can do with what I just told you. Number 1, pick 1 to 3 niches to start. Okay. Remember the niches: luxury, affordable, cool, ugly, fixer-upper, whatever that may be. Number 2 is make a list of show homes in your market to view, or open houses, or vacant properties. The reason why I say those of show homes, open houses, vacant properties, they're the easiest to get into. Right? Easiest, you have like a 90% chance of saying yes over the ones that are occupied. And then make a list of 5 wow factors and properties to view. You know those ones in Toronto on that list I showed you guys? Those are all wow factor properties. Like if I sent, messages to like some normal condos that are vacant in Toronto, I would probably get told yes. But I was like, no, I'm going to be there for a short time. Like if I'm going to film something for free, I want it to be like, wow, I get lots of views. And then select a date and start shooting. Like start now. So that's like the quick thing with that. So you can screenshot that and make sure you actually do this. So now on to this part, Tim, filming. So filming, you guys, a little clip art here. The gear I use, okay? So I use my iPhone. That's it. I got the iPhone 13, I think, with the 3 things on the back. When I started, I only had the 2 cameras on the back. But now that I'm big time, I got another camera. So camera, like iPhone or Android, whatever it is, phones have the best quality. It's great. I don't use a camera. Second thing is I use a DJI OM gimbal. This is the exact one I use, but honestly, if you just go to Amazon and search up DJI gimbal, I think they're on to Series 6 now. I got Series 4, that was the newest one when I bought it. I would say this is a must-have. It's 100 and well, this was 130. I think now they're 160. It's a must-have. What it does is it stabilizes the phone. So if you watch my videos, they're so smooth, even when I'm running upstairs. The reason why is this, it stabilizes it. So super important to get that or get a similar model. And then this right here is a 360 camera. Okay. So if you guys actually go to if you're wondering what that is, if you see the videos where it looks like a drone's following me through a home, it's with this camera and the long selfie stick. So if you actually go to my Instagram story after this, at Tyler Hassman, first name, last name, I just did a video on my balcony promoting the Toronto event in a couple of days using this. So it's like, looks like a drone's like hovering off the balcony, super cool. But I got to make a disclaimer. This is like, I don't use this a whole lot. I only use it for like the outside shots. It's a lot harder to edit. It's a lot more complex. I would recommend.
Tyler, also, what'd you see from your audience engagement on those?
It It was tough because like I didn't see anything drastic. So that was another thing. I went, it's like $600. I paid the $600, used it. Some people said it was super cool, but it didn't like drastically change.
Yeah.
And another thing too is like the camera isn't as high quality as the iPhone or like an Android. So when you're inside, the coloring isn't as good. So I usually use this on the outside shots sometimes or on a balcony. It looks super cool. So that's why I'm like, honestly, I just 95% of my time I'm using a phone and a gimbal, and then other 5% maybe I'm using this camera. And then also when I film, I'm using the 0.5 zoom. That's where it like zooms fisheye lens. So you can see more of the property, where if you just have your normal one-time zoom on, you can't really see much of it and there's too much turning. So that's super important. Types of videos. Okay. There's many different types of videos, but the ones I primarily do is walk through tours. And that's what I'm going to focus on for this. But first, Rick, pre-planning video. So here we go. Rick was like at the beginning of this, like, hey, like I was going through the property and then I'm like, wait, I should have did this route. I should have done this. Because if my videos, I do 2 takes. The first one is me out front of the property, which I'm going to get into. And then it goes me walking into the door. And then the second clip is me now walking through the entire property in 1 clip. Okay. So the biggest thing is that I like to pre-plan the tour. And remember, I'm going to get into this too. There's a hook point. Every 3 seconds in the videos and short form content, you got to keep them engaged. So I always like to think, okay, the engaging part right away is me saying, hey, come check out this home. And then I want to make sure I'm showing them the most badass, coolest things in this house. I'm here to entertain them. I'm not doing a FaceTime call with a client where I'm like, oh, hey, as you walk in the front foyer, here's, you know, the closet, here's the mud room, here's the garage. No, right? I go in, I'm like, living room, kitchen, dining, maybe the backyard, peek out there if it's cool. Then I'm heading up, showing the master, the primary bedroom. I'm showing this, I'm showing that. It's got a movie theater. I don't even sometimes show the basement. In a lot of my videos, I don't show the basement because I'm like, I don't have time. I keep it engaged. And then a lot of people are like, hey, wait, was there something over here? Or what's the basement look like? I'm like, hey, send me a message. You know, I'll send you a link to it. Or hey, why don't we go view it in person? Generate the leads. But I like to keep people like on it and excited about the tour, where I've seen other agents, they've done the same properties I've done. They're like, why isn't it getting views? I'm like, well, you walked in the home, instead of showing the living room with the big windows, you went right to the left and started showing the powder room, the little bathroom. Then you opened up the closet, the front closet. Then you went to the garage. I'm like, I'm swiping. That's boring as hell, right? People want to be entertained on here. So what I like to do is, here you go. Not all of the places have obviously walkthrough tours, but you can also look at the photos. So here's a home, right? So you walk in here and there's an office here. Most people would walk in and go and then start showing this office. Me, I'm like, I'm not showing that. I will, but I'm first going to walk straight through into this living room. This is a wow factor. Am I right? That looks pretty nice. So I'm like, hey, first I want to walk in and then show this. Look at that. Look at how nice that is. How nice does that look? That's like, love that. Then after that, I'm going to go and show the kitchen. So I'm going to walk around this island. I'm not even going to show this mud room. Yeah, it's cool, but like, whatever, right? A lot of houses have mud rooms. So then I go in here, show this, and then I'm going to go show the dining area really quick. The backyard. Here's Alberta for you guys. An outhouse with a field. That's where we live. Anyways, so I don't really show the backyard. And then I'm like, you know what? That office was pretty cool. Now I'm going to head all the way back to the front and show the office quick. Right. And then you'll notice there's actually a bathroom right here. I'm not even going to show it. Like whoop-de-doo. Every house has a bathroom. So then I'm going to go upstairs. And then when I'm upstairs, every house, I always show the family room, if there is one, which I'll show you guys really quick, is like a entertainment area, like a loft area. I'm going to show this because it's right here and cool. And then what am I doing? Primary bedroom, secondary bedroom, bathroom, done. Every house. It's either this. It's either living room, kitchen, dining, office, family, primary, other bedrooms, done. Or it's sometimes kitchen first, then living room, then dining. But that's why I'm so quick at these tours. I can walk into a house. They all have somewhat similar layouts and I can figure it out. So now this house right here, this is what it looks like when it's done. This one.
Starting in the $600,000.
So I started outside.
What you can get just outside of Calgary with Sterling Home.
Living room
is stunning. What's not to love about the super tall ceilings in this main living space? Over
Right to the
here, where
kitchen.
you have the chic kitchen, and just off of that is the bright dining area.
Right to the
that leads
dining.
out to your backyard. Back towards the front of the house is where you have the
Office.
and also over here is a half bathroom. As we head upstairs, there's a bright family entertainment
Family room.
and next to that is a spacious and modern primary.
Primary.
This primary bedroom.
Primary ensuite. Usually the primary takes a little longer, obviously.
And of course, it also features a good sized walk-in closet. Also on this upper level.
Now look at how quick I show the bedrooms. I don't even go in them. Laundry room like this. People are like, oh, I can't see it. I'm like, go view it. Like, who cares? It's the bedroom. We've all seen bedrooms, right? The primary bedrooms I do go into because obviously they're like have something to it. But other than that, they're super quick, you guys. This house it has a basement, but it's unfinished. I just don't show it, right? But you guys get the point, right? I go prop thing. I'm like, hey, check out this living room. And now check out the kitchen. Now check out the dining. Now check out the office, right? So it's really good to keep them super engaged and going to place to place to place. So pre-plan it, focus on the main areas. And another thing too, Rick, is like sometimes if you're going through a property, you're like, oh, I wish I would have went this way or this way. Honestly, like what I like to do is like pre-plan as good as I can, but there are still properties where I get home, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done this instead or this route, right? But as you get doing more and more, you'll become more aware of like what you want to show. And it just comes with practice, right? Or what I like to do, because this sometimes only takes like 3 minutes to actually walk through and film, I'll do 2 takes, right? I'll quickly do that one. And then I'm like, hey, maybe I will show that mudroom. So I'm going to do another take showing that. And then later when I'm like, viewing them at home, I'll be like, okay, let me try this. Sometimes I do 2 intros. Sometimes I'm like, the one out I just showed you guys, this one here, you'll notice I'm not talking in it. I did a voiceover and then I did one where I'm talking in it on video actually. But the reason why is it was so windy is that when I've listened later to the one where I was talking and said, hey, this is what 600,000 gets you. It was too windy. It sounded bad. So then I used the take where I was just looking at the camera smiling and then did a voiceover. So sometimes I like to double take it so that I do have the option to redo it. Okay.
And Tyler, you're doing voiceover and CapCut, right?
Yes. Voiceover and CapCut, which I will get into as well. Yes. Okay. What to say? Keep it short. You have 3 seconds. I don't even know why I have 5 seconds. I'm going to edit that right now. 3 seconds max, okay? There's a book called Hook Point, okay? Hook Point by, I forget who it's by. It's Hook Point, and it's like something about the living in a 3-second world or something like that. It is, you need to go get it now. It talks everything about, you only have 3 seconds to grab people's attention. That's it. 1, 2, 3. So most agents, hey, my name's Tyler Hassman with Real Broker, right? Right away, next, right? I don't say my name. I don't say anything in there, right? All I say in there is hooking them right here. Some examples. This is what 500,000 gets you in Calgary, Alberta, or want to see an insane home with the craziest views of downtown Calgary. Let's go. Ever wondered what $5 million looks like in Texas? You got to see this really quick. Keep it engaging. Usually put the price, and the videos I don't put the price, I'll sometimes say, can you guess the price? Or do you think this home is over or under 500,000? And it's because the price is like too high and people like will be like, ew, that's like way too high of a price for that home. So I just like, hey, can you guess the price? Keeps people engaged and it has fun, right? So make sure you do have a hook.
So hold on, I just want to go back to that. So you're saying find a house that is seemingly like underpriced, where if you look at the house, you're like, man, I can't believe that thing's only 500,000. That's a good one to put the price on.
Yes.
When you have a house that's like, God, I can't believe this shack in San Diego is worth 2.2 million. That's where you put guess the price.
Exactly. Yes.
I love it.
This video right here, $600,000 range. The reason why it's range because it's a show home and obviously it's a builder, so ranges, right? This is the same builder, this video and this video. This one's in a town that's outside of Calgary, so it's only 600,000. So I made sure to say the price, put it in green. Like people went crazy. They're like, oh my God. And these are like a lot less views than what I get. You guys, this is my YouTube though, but I'm slowly building YouTube. Instagram, this thing hit 40,000 views within a day, like insane. Because people are like, oh my God, $600,000, I can get this massive house. In Toronto, that doesn't get you a bachelor condo. People were going crazy. This one here, I didn't say the price. Actually, yeah, this one I did in the title, but what I did is I went creative. Do you think this interior of this Alberta show home is a smash or pass? Let me know in the comments, right? So that what I did is I made it fun. Like, would you want this condo? Another one here, I didn't say it. This Calgary loft. This is actually by Brad and Jeff. It's their listing. It's $500,000, which it's worth it. But at the end of the day, people are gonna be like, oh my God, $500,000 for a loft condo. So I didn't put it. And then people were like, what's the price? Oh my God, is it this much? Is it this much? Hey, like people got excited about it. So I like to kind of be strategic with it. But usually I do put the price in the description just because then like, I don't want people complaining to my local real estate board. He's not saying pricing and all this stuff. So I'll usually put in the description or the title, but like it won't be on the actual video. So that's that. Yeah. Have a hook point, make sure it's bold. Being in the video, make sure you're in the video, okay? Everyone's doing videos now, right? The only thing that's gonna make people actually reach out to you and build your brand is if you are in it, capturing them. So you can do a talking intro, like I just did on that one, like, hey, come check out this home. Or you can do a silent intro. That's where you just like video yourself, like giving the peace sign, smiling, and then you do a voiceover and CapCut, which I'll get into. You can also do a following tour. So a following tour is where someone follows you. Obviously you need someone else with this, but I did it here with one of the girls at the home builder I work with. And you'll see here, she answers the door, says, what's up? And then I just follow her around. Like you guys have all seen videos like that, right? Just super cool. Kind of give some like people like, hey, I'm getting an actual tour from somebody.
And I feel like too, that's also good for if you can work a couple of those in, you can send them to those listing agents and say, hey, I'd love for you to be in the video. This is what it looks like.
Bingo. So that's a huge thing. That's the thing is like, even now, a lot of agents, like they love doing stuff with me because I'm like, hey, I could feature you in it. And then they're going to get some views and all that kind of stuff. So good point. Even at show homes, I'm like, hey, like the salespeople, do you want to be in it?
Do you
all
collab
this
with
goes
them?
back to creating the content that creates an audience, because nobody cares that you're putting them in the video when you have like 200, people watching your videos. It's when you get to that time, when you've built the audience, when you've done the thing, now it's like, hey, I've built this platform and I'll put you on it, and that's where I think a lot of the value comes from.
Yeah. Ray, what's up?
Do you collab with them?
Yes. So like collab posts you're talking about?
Yep.
Yes. So on Instagram, you guys can do a collab post where it's like both of you basically post it. And I will do that. Yes. So that's one of the things about when I charge. That's why it's so valuable is like, if you go to some of these people's pages, they have 500 views, 100 followers, like on their Instagram. And then all of a sudden I do a collab post with them and it's like 100,000 views. People are following them. They're getting more engagement. And it's also good though, for people that are, like some of you that are just starting out, collab with other people at your brokerage and do a collab post that's sharing audiences and you're building something. And the biggest one is collabing with builders. So if some builders like, they're like, even if you might not have many followers, they might still be down to do a collab post. They might have more followers than you, or who follows home builders? Buyers. People are going to buy. Next thing you know, you do a collab post with them and they start resharing your stuff. You're going to get leads from that too. So it's a win-win scenario. Walkthrough video. I talked about this, like walk through, it's one take, walk slowly. I'm going to show you guys how we edit, but I actually walk slow through these properties. I don't actually run like it's in the videos. I go slow and like, say like, this is like, I'm panning. I want to show like the living room like this. I don't go like this and then go out. I'm actually like walking up and I go like probably this speed. And then I'm walking again. So I actually go quite slow. I'm actually working on a video that I'll send to you, Tim. I'll post in the break room. It's actually going to be someone following me while I'm filming, right? So, because a lot of people are asking, they're like, how fast are you going? How slow are you going? What does it look like, right? So I'm actually interested to know what I look like when I'm doing it.
So quick, like tactical thing. Are you shooting at 60 frames a second?
Oh yeah. So I shoot in 60 frames per second and
it's going to make, hold on, just so people understand, most video is at 30 frames a second. So when you shoot at 60, it looks better when you slow it down a little bit. So if you have to slow it down a little bit, it's going to look better if you shoot it at 60. The other thing is Rick Gonzalez mentioned, and we're just picking on Rick because he was here early asking questions, was like, hey, I love watching Tyler's stuff, but when I go shoot it, it doesn't look nearly as smooth. And I think one of the things Tyler just said, super important, he walks slowly. I'm sure you have like the ninja walk down. And so he's walking slowly to make sure it's smooth because he knows he can speed it up and slow it down when he edits.
Yes, exactly. And for those of you that aren't familiar with 4K and like what that looks like. So what I know on an iPhone, don't know about Android, when you open up your camera app and you go to it in the top right, you can see me again on there. There it says 30 in HD. If you just tap on it, it goes 4K and 60.
Yeah.
And then it's higher quality. So that's what I do. It's just much more crisp. And then when I edit it, which I'm going to show you guys in the next one, I edit it so that I export it in the highest quality possible. And then on Instagram and TikTok, you guys can write this down and then Google it on how to do it. It might already be turned on, but there's a setting in each one of those apps that is allow high quality uploads. You want to make sure that's on. Some people might have it off because it conserves data and battery. Absolutely not, right? Make sure it's all the way so you're always posting the highest quality possible. And you can find out how to do that. Search, Google it, and you can see.
And then the other thing is too, if you do have an Android, there's a website you can go to. It's apple.com and you can buy an iPhone.
I love that. I love that. I totally agree.
Sorry for the green bubbles in the room. We're just giving you a hard time.
I know. I'm just like, even if you love using Android, go buy an iPhone to film.
Yeah.
So I just skipped through these other video types, you guys. I don't even want to talk about them. I don't really focus on them that much. But story posts. Here's a big one I didn't talk about actually at the blueprint thing. So story posts, you guys, is super important because that's where people get engaged. You want to be posting on your story like every day and if you follow me, I always put like, would you live here? Yes, no. Like, and then people can swipe, they can hit stuff. When they interact, you will get more people viewing them. Because now on my Instagram stories, I'm getting 4,000 to 5,000 people seeing per each one of my stories, right?
Crazy.
And that's super engagement. That's super engaging. Like you guys, I've literally like with my listings have been like, before I even post a video of it, which gets way more views than that, I'll post it. Hey guys, like new condo coming soon. You know, would you live here? Yes, no. And it has like a quick photo or video of it. And then people are like, hey, I want to view it. Hey, I want to view it. Like it's literally selling homes for my Instagram stories because it's engaging and people are seeing it. But here's a quick hack. So on your stories, if you're sharing one of your reels, okay, you post a video to her, you'll see me do this. So make sure you follow me and just like everything I'm talking about, I do. So before I share the reel to my story, we all know how to do that, right? Share your reel to the story. I make sure I upload an organic video. So what I mean by that is like I go to my Instagram story and I hit add video and I'll add like a pan. I'll be out front of the house. I'll just like pan like this. And I put $500,000 home. Would you live here? Yes, no. And it's not a reel. It's just an organic video that I uploaded to my story. And then on the next story, I then share my reel to the story. That'll get about 4,000, 5,000 views. If I didn't have that organic video and upload like and create that story from scratch before the reel, and I just upload a reel like to my story, I'll get 1,000 to 1,500 views in 24 hours. Like what a difference. I don't know. I never seen this anywhere as like a hack. I just noticed it one day. I was like, wait, why one day am I getting all these and one day I'm not? And it's because of that.
Yeah. So I think the story strategy is super important. We touched on some different things at Video Blueprint this year. But like it all is connected. So story engagement gets you more engagement on the things you post, right? More engagement in your stories puts your reel when you post your reels in front of the people that are engaging with your stories. So stories though, story engagement is very heavily dependent on the first thing you post on your story. Because if people interact with that first thing you post, they're more likely to interact with the second, the third, the fourth. And Instagram says, oh, these are stories we should put in front of people. And if you ever like lead with a share, like, somebody tagged you in their story, so you share it or you share your reel, like that's not as good. It's not as quality of a story post than if you post an organic video of you saying, hey, I'm about to do a tour of this house. Let me know if you want to see the finished product or whatever it is. Like they want an organic story post to lead to get you more engagement on the stuff you post after that.
Yes, I love that, Tim. And like it was something I just like, I know other people now like they're discovered it, but like I was just one day like, what is going on? And I just changed that up and boom, it happened. So anyway, story posts, super important to make sure you're always posting. Okay, so some more homework. Screenshot this and write it down. I'm just gonna say don't shoot one type of each one. Shoot a walkthrough home video tour just like Tyler's, okay? So walk through, film it, go to my Instagram page, do that. Number 2 is post on your stories of the properties you're at. Here's another thing. The reason why so many people in Calgary contact me, and now whenever I'm anywhere, even in Texas, people contact me because people see on my story and my page, like, this dude's always at properties. He's at this builder, this location, this. If people are like, if I'm looking for a property to buy in Calgary, this guy's been at like every single one. I'm going with him, right? Rather than the agents that literally just sit at home and just post like random teaching videos. It's like, well, are you at properties? Have you been over here? Meanwhile, me, I'm like, name the neighborhood, name the builder. I've been in, there's over 200, 300 show homes here in Calgary. I've been in every single one. I know the builders promos. I know the layouts. I know this, that. It's like, you name it. I've been in a $90,000 cockroach condo. I've been in an $8 million condo where all the NHL and celebrities in Calgary live. I've been everywhere, right? I am your guy to find a property no matter what it is here in Calgary. That's what you want in your market. So make sure you're showing people on your stories or on your videos. It's like, hey, I'm out here looking. All right, editing. Okay, so editing, you guys. There's a lot of people are like, no, right? So I edit all my own stuff. It's super easy once you get used to it, but it does take time to get used to, you guys. But I promise you, like, there's like the 360 camera. Like, I literally tell you guys, honestly, like, unless you're a pro, like, don't get it. Just use your iPhone. But with this editing I'm about to show you, you all need to be doing it. It's super easy, okay? So software I use, which is the app CapCut. Get it on your phone. It's absolutely free. I do not upgrade. Some people can upgrade and you get the pro version. I don't even know what the pro version gets you. I just fast forward and slow down clips and add captions, and you can do that on the free version. So that's what I have. Even if you upgrade, I think it's like 20 bucks. I don't know. But anyways, if you need, like, I have a video I'm going to show you guys and send you guys a link actually, so you guys can all have it. But the thing about CapCut, it's so big, is like, if you need help with the captions, you can literally type in how to do auto captions in YouTube or TikTok and on CapCut, and it'll pop up. Like, it's very popular, so easy to really find that. And what to edit is, it's very simple, you guys, right? I basically put the clips together. So I'm going to show you guys this. I already sent this to a lot of you guys. I'm going to put this link in the chat to this Google Drive folder. Okay. So this is a 14-minute video of me talking and fully editing a video with one of the amazing agents in Houston. Okay, it's not loading, but you guys can all watch this. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Essentially what it is me literally editing a video, adding the captions, speeding up, slowing down clips, and me talking with what I'm doing. So this is exactly how I do it. So I'm gonna go into the chat and post this. Ooh, no, it's direct message. Everyone, boom. Everyone should be able to get that video. Go download it, whatever you gotta do with that. But essentially what I do, you guys, all I do is speed up clips. So I'll put the clips all into CapCut. That video you guys can watch after this. It goes very into detail. So I'm not going to go super into detail right now, but that video goes very into detail about everything. But I put the intro clip where I'm like, hey, come check out this home. And then I put the clip of me actually walking through the home, both in CapCut. And then what I do is I trim the edges, right? Because, you know, when I have the camera, I always like to have a smile on, right? So what I do is usually if you see me film my tours, I'm just like normal like this. And then I put the camera up, smile, and then go, right? So it's actually funny if you watch the unedited clips. I'm just like looking all like mad and angry, and then I put a smile on. So you want to make sure you're getting into character with that. But then all I do is I speed up the boring parts and I slow down the enjoyable parts. So what I mean by that is, let's go back to this home right here. So you see here, that's normal speed. And then let's speed up going here, super quick. This is only 1 time speed. And then 2 times, 1 time, maybe 3 times, and then 1 times, 3 times, 1 time, 3 times, and then 4 times. I think that is 1 time. And I think this is 5 times running up the stairs. So you guys get the point.
Are you using the speed ramp curves in CapCut?
No, I don't even use that. I just use the easier one where it says like, woo,
yeah.
clip. I know. I have a couple of videographers like, man, I could make your reels like look way crazier and cooler. And I'm like, I don't care, right? That works.
Yeah, like they're doing just fine.
Yeah, exactly. But it's cool. I just haven't like went with it. But all I do, you guys, is speed up and slow down clips. Maybe this is loaded now. No, you guys can all just watch that. So anyways, you guys get the point. I speed up and slow down clips. That's it. And then I add the auto captions. It's literally a button. You hit auto captions, it creates them, and then you can like change the text. I also do that in that 14-minute long video. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm like, I have it in a 14-minute video, some of you are like, why don't you just talk about it now? Because it's going to take me probably 20 minutes to really thoroughly go through it. And then once you guys open the app, you're probably going to be like, wait, what was that button he was talking about? So that's why I screen recorded me actually editing one, talking about it, so you guys can go through with it. But some really quick like do nots is, do not add filters. Right? Way too many people, they add filters and they like add all these things. Don't. It's like the rawness is better. Don't make the viewer dizzy. Right? So if you watch my tours, I try to turn as little as possible. Or when I turn, I like go slowly. I don't go like this. Some people walk and like this room, then this room, this room, this room, this room. People are like, oh my God, right? Don't make them dizzy. It's nice to be like as straight as possible and slow. And don't make the viewer too sleepy though, right? Don't be like, there's some people that are like, hey, come check out this home. And then like they're on the sidewalk and it's just like slowly walking up to the door, slowly. It's like 30 seconds past and they're not even in the home yet. Or it's like an agent, they walk in, they're walking up a set of stairs. It's like, make it quick so they're not too bored. But homework, super easy. Number one, watch the video. Okay, so go download that video, watch it. And people watching the recording, we'll put it in the break room. I don't know, we'll share that everywhere. Go download CapCut and then practice editing. This is a huge thing, you guys. Film your own homes. Like even when I got the 360 camera, I literally like went through my condo like crazy. I was like filming all these different ones. I was like on the balcony and I was in the elevator and I came through here. Then I practiced editing it because then guess what? When I went to a property, boom, in and out, I got it. That's the thing, you guys. Practice on your own homes so that then you getting better and better and better and better so that by the time you go to an actual home, you're already that much better, right? So practice at home. And then you can practice editing your own house tour. You can have a lot of fun. My videos are great examples of this, right? So use mine as that guidance, right? To be like, hey, I did 5 videos, but now let me compare it to Tyler's and not be like, oh, like, don't get discouraged if you're like, oh, it's not as good, but be like, you know, what's the differences here? Like, what is he doing? Maybe I did this and I should have done this, right? So it's good to compare and compare to other people too, what they're doing, to be like, hey, even me, I'm always switching up my style and stuff because I see other agents like Rylan Fisher, right? Also one of the amazing real agents here. We work closely on our team and he's getting millions of views on TikTok, more than I am. He has more followers on TikTok now. And I was like, damn. So we have listings together now. We're actually meeting up at 5 o'clock to go into a property, do a video collab. And I started seeing him do certain things. And I'm like, man, you got to teach me that. So I started doing that because there's new trends always coming out, new style, not trends, but style of videos, certain things you can change up. So you always want to be changing. So look at what other people are doing and try and make your videos like similar to what people are getting views for. But the thing that makes you different is your character. That's why you always got to be in the video. Okay.
Well, one thing I want to hit on there though is agent on your team in your market.
Oh yeah.
Doing a very similar thing to what you're doing is still finding success.
Oh yeah. Like
I just want to hammer this home,
yeah.
Tyler. Like it doesn't matter if someone else in your market is already doing this.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
you can go do this. You're not gonna, there's no oversaturation.
Yeah. Our close circle is all at Rio. Me, Mitch, Ming, Rylan, Kevin, Alan, Mel, Valerie just moved to BC. And there's like probably 6 or 7 others, right? We're all doing just short form videos like this in Calgary, a city with 1.3 million people. And we're all selling a ton of homes and getting a ton of leads. Because you got to think, how many people are buying homes? A lot. Right? So everyone, and like certain times other people's videos pop off, mine don't, other this. And at Calgary, being that we were kind of like the first ones to really go in on this, you should see how everyone in their freaking dog is doing TikTok videos, short form videos here in Calgary. But the thing is your character sets you aside, but there's also so much to go around. Like even Tim, like some people are like, just like you said, like, oh, this one person's already doing it in my market. Well, how many other people are doing cold calling, door knocking, sending out flyers? Like everyone's doing it, right? Did one person be like, oh, that guy has a bus bench. He owns all the bus benches then, right? No, right? Everyone does it. So at the end of the day, doesn't matter, go all in. So make sure you guys watch that video.
Hey, and the other thing, what was I going to say? I think there's a lot more people that are starting to consume content on TikTok and Instagram and starting to make their purchasing decisions from social media far more than there are people creating content. So
Yeah.
just like our issues with inventory right now, demand for real estate videos on TikTok far exceeds supply. Just as real estate agents, we see so much of it that in our head, we're like, oh, everybody's doing this. I don't want to do this. Like, no, I mean, there is a far higher demand for this than there is supply.
Absolutely. And this is like where things are going.
Yes.
Right. I think it was Tom Ferry that at the event or someone shared a graph of like who the buyers are and who they're going to be. And the millennial and Gen Z, it's like, because millennials now, I'm pretty sure are almost like 40, right? So when you think about millennials and Gen Z, that's 20, almost all the way up to 40, right? Who are the majority of people buying homes? Those people, right? So a lot of people are like, oh no, I'm just going to stick to my old way of doing things, old this, old this, old this. It's like, okay, but like millennials and Gen Z, we don't like, especially Gen Z, right? I'm like right in between there, 1996. But like, I don't even answer my phone. If someone knocked on my door, you kidding me? I wouldn't answer. Or we get flyers in the mail, right? With like an agent, and I'm like, trash, right? I'm like, yeah, right? So at the end of the day, it's only going to get bigger. This video, whether it's short form video, whatever it is, it's only getting bigger, and it is becoming like the biggest thing. TikTok, Instagram, short form content, it's only getting bigger. It's not going the other way. So there's so much room there to grow.
Tyler, let's dig into some Q&A here, because we are coming up on time, and I know people are going to want to ask some questions. I
had a real quick question for you, Tyler. Thank you for taking my question. Budget builders that are, building stuff that's maybe subpar, do you still do tours in those type of homes, even if the build quality is like kind of suspect because the people want the info, or do you avoid those?
I do that. Absolutely. And the reason why is I actually like when I have my mindset isn't I'm going to sell this property I'm filming to someone. Mine is I'm going to film this home, make it super engaging so that it generates leads. Because a lot of the people that do inquire on these properties, they're like, oh, I love that home, yada, yada, yada. And then I might be like, okay, yeah, but like, is this your price range? I'll send you like 5 more that are in the area. Why look at just one? I'll look at all of them. Boom, they're a client. So I like to use them as placeholders to then get leads to show all the other properties. And then sometimes I'm brutally honest. Like there was like even that one in Texas, it was like 293,000. I'm like, hey, like it's a good reputable build. I got good reviews, but like honestly, it's $290,000 for a reason, right? It doesn't got the highest end finishes, right? So then you can gauge it like that.
Yeah, you can.
I think the only model homes that we have in our area are from these budget builders. So that's the easiest to do. And I think we should do them, but it was just a good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose, what you got?
So earlier you were talking about like in your slide about like being in the video, you talked about like talking intro, following tour, showcasing, and then you also put silent intro, correct? So what kind of hook would you use for a video that's silent like that?
Yes. So silent, I know I should have changed it. So silent intro, that was the one I meant where I do a voiceover, but I'm silent, not talking. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying.
So you could like make a funny face, wave at the camera, and know that you're going to voice over the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Rick, I'd love to see a silent intro from you on your next one. Alex Cortez, what you got?
There are 2 really quick questions. I promise they're quick. First and foremost, do you record through the DJI app, or are you just recording through your iPhone camera?
iPhone camera. I find it easier. I don't know what else features I would use in the DJI one, so I just do it through my iPhone.
Okay. And then the last one, really, really quick. When you're doing your voiceover for these videos, are you recording your voice in different clips, or are you just talking through it all in one clip and getting it over with?
I do it all as one. It makes it way easier. So when you do multiple, you got to like patch them up and do all that. I do it one take. I write out a script, right? And then I just like talk about it. And the biggest thing is with that too, you'll actually, if you watch my videos, you guys, you might actually hear me say something wrong or kind of stumble, whatever, right? And
so you're scripting then. You're actually reading a script?
Yes. Yeah. So I'll like put like, say it's like the inside of the home. I'll be like, this main living space is to die for. Look at how beautiful it is. I'll write that out just so that when I am recording, I have my phone here. I hit the record button and I'm like slowly watching it on CapCut while I read it. So then I can time it as well. So then it's so easy with editing because I literally talk into my phone, done. I don't have to move clips, change this, like time it. I do that just while talking over it.
Okay, sweet. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Sharon, what's up?
Hey guys, hey Tyler, thank you for sharing. Quick question. You say earlier that when you are in Instagram, when you're tagging the, let's say the builder or the listing agents, you add it into the video when publishing, but do you also tag them into the captions? Is there any like reason about that?
So I don't think there's a necessarily reason, but I just think it's better to tag them in every area. So I tag them in the video, and then I also will be like, so Sterling Homes, a builder I do a lot of stuff with, I'll tag them, but then I also in the description, check out this home by @Sterling Homes and tag them again, just so that people can, there's no way they can't see that. Because sometimes with Reels, the tag you have, if you just tag them, to get to that page, they have to like click the little button in the left to then see that Sterling's tagged. So that's why I like to put it like in as many places as possible.
Got it. Thank you.
Love that. Courtney, what you got?
Hey, good morning. We were just curious when it comes to the music that you put on your video, what is your strategy for that? Do you look for it within Instagram? Do you add it from somewhere else? Do you reuse? Like, how do you do it?
Absolutely. Really good one. I do it all from Instagram or TikTok, right from the app. And you want to make sure you have trendy, cool music, right? So the biggest thing is people want to be you want to be relatable to people, right? So if you have like slow, corporate, boring music, they're going to be like, okay, they're selling to me. What kind of business is this? Like, why do they not get it? You know what I mean? So in all my videos, I like to have trendy things or that are with the times. Or make sure, obviously, there's not too many swears in it. You know, I've had one person like, oh, I put that new Drake song. I'm like, did you listen to the lyrics on the Drake song?
Yeah, like never
You
start
know,
anything with Wu-Tang Clan. That's probably not the best.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
they have some that are okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I like to use like cool, trendy music. And then also some instrumentals that are like cool whenever I'm doing a voiceover. But if you ever, like sometimes when I work with builders, they're like, hey, we want in 2 weeks from posting, we want to put some money behind it and then get more views on it. Then though, if I know they're going to do that, I then need to go and to Pixabay, I think it's called. It's copyright free music instrumentals. And then I need to add that in through CapCut, because you cannot sponsor or promote a video that has a copyright song, so like a legit song. So that's like, I've done one of those. It was actually for a moving company, and then I had to find like some boring, like it wasn't that boring, but it was like an instrumental, and I had to add that in so that they were able to actually do that. But most of mine, they're instrumentals. And if you're having trouble finding music, go to my page, go to my video, go click the song that I'm using, save it and use it. How do you think I find my sounds? I look what other agents are doing. I'm like, yeah, I like that song. I'm gonna take it, right? So very easy.
One thing is just make sure that like you put the music and you turn the volume down to make sure that you can hear yourself
Yes.
talk. Like
Yes.
you will destroy your video if the music's too loud and you can't hear what you're saying.
Exactly. In the CapCut video, I posted there, it actually shows there, but usually my music is only at like 10 or 15 volume. My voice is at 100, the music's only at 10 or 15. That's how low it is, because you want to make sure that people can hear you clearly and it's not overtaken by the music.
I like it. Jesse Peters, what you got, man?
What's up, Tyler? Great job. You and I have chatted about this stuff. I'm popping out my first Tyler inspired tour, all done on CapCut. Super easy, super fluid. 2 questions. What's your standard caption? I was looking at some of your stuff. Do you have like a basic 3-liner? Like I like the "would you live here?" because that allows me to go showcase other agents' stuff. Would you live here? Is there like, because I don't want to put a full listing script details, because that's not the property, the full property tour. What's kind of, give us like 3 things you put in like right off the top that works for engagement as well.
Yes, love that. So what Jesse's asking you guys is in the description where you actually write the like text on the video. I always put like Jesse saying, hey, come for a tour of this XYZ home by @homebuilder or listing agent. And then below that, I put, would you live here with a question mark? So the biggest thing that I like to do in my descriptions is I put I make it simple and short. A lot of people copy and paste the listing description, but like, who's reading that? Nobody, right? People have 3 seconds. They don't want to read. So I like to put like basically come for a tour, or, hey, come check out this home. And then some other taglines I do is like, would you live here? Because you want to make it about them. Ask them a question. Don't ask you a question, ask them a question. Would you live here? Or what do you think of this home? Where should I go next? Right? That's another one. What do you think of the kitchen? So basically asking just different questions like that. And then you can kind of test what works. The reason why I use would you live here, which all you can also use, is because that was the one that I got the most engagement on, right? And it was funny because I always got to catch myself. Some people are like, no, I would not live here. And I'm like gonna comment and be like, well, then why'd you watch the video? But I'm like, oh wait, I asked them, would you live here? You know? So it's kind of funny sometimes. I'm like, I hate your comment, but I'm like, wait, I guess I did ask if they would live here, and they said no. So I like the would you live here, or another one too is like, what would you like me to see tour next? That one's a good one. I did that in a couple of videos where I was like, now I've seen this tour, like, what do you want to see me tour next? Right? So it's just asking them questions and making sure you're making it about them rather than you. Does that make sense?
Sweet. And last one, I know time's precious here. Thumbnails. I see you scroll to like capture a certain thing, but are you doing like an ad from camera roll, something specific, or are you just kind of like, hey, what's the best thing as I scroll through the video here?
I always like to have where I scroll, but I like to have it where the price and my face are on it. Just so when people go to my Instagram, they see like 600,000, 500,000, 100,000. So that it's easier to sort when they're going through there. And that's it, right? And if I can't find one in there, let's say like where it says 600,000 in the captions and my face is looking all funny, I will then go to Canva and I'll like screenshot a part in the video where I'm like looking good. And then I'll like put in the 600K price and then upload it. But it's way easier though, Jesse, if I'm like one of the videos, I'm able to just slide it. And where it says in the caption, 600,000, I happen to be smiling or looking happy. But another thing too, is it's almost better if your thumbnails aren't perfect. It's almost better. So if you go to my Instagram and scroll through my page, you'll notice my face is a lot of times like maybe looking a little weird. I purposely do that of not making it too perfect because people like the imperfections a lot of times. So that's why I don't really spend too much time on thumbnails, but I like to make sure the price is at least there and my face.
Awesome. Tim, guys, Tyler, thanks so much for doing this. This is inspiring. An OG in video to get out and do some other stuff that isn't just my stuff. You could even do this with businesses or like your favorite streets in the neighborhood. Like it doesn't just have to be listings. It could be patios. It could be so much. You just learn how to speed up and like ask that right question. This is fucking content gold, my friends. This is what pushes us through spring and summer and fills the gaps. So thank you, Tyler. You got it here. Thank you, Tim, for bringing him in. And I'm going to go. See you.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. Congrats on Winnipeg or Manitoba as a whole.
Out damn time.
Love that.
Time.
We are past time, so we have 2 more questions. Do you want to take them super rapid fire?
Yeah. I don't listen.
All right.
I don't.
These are the last 2 questions.
Amy, did Amy drop out? I know Amy had her hand up for a minute there.
I did, but quick question was just that, is it always vertical videos? Do you ever do horizontal?
Always vertical. Don't ever do horizontal. If you're working with a videographer that is only doing horizontal and they have drones like, oh, it only does horizontal. Nah, they're lying to you. It's because they don't want to switch up. If you're doing vertical or horizontal, that's for long form YouTube videos.
Right.
Short form, it has to be it. It has to be the skinny vertical.
Okay.
Don't do anything else other than vertical for short form.
Love it.
Thank you.
Cameron, what you got?
I am closed caption. Hey, Tyler, you know I love you. Thank you for all that you're doing. So my question is closed caption. What is your favorite? Because it took me forever and I still never figured out how to do 1-word caption. That's my question.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys watch my videos, it's 1 word that comes up. It's like, would you live here? It's like, or it's like, come for a tour of this, boom, 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 boom. So this, in that video you guys are gonna watch, right? Where I go to the captions part, you wanna click on, once the auto captions are already there, you then click one of the captions and then the batch edit button will pop up in the bottom. So you batch edit and then you go to each word and then hit enter. You go to each word, hit enter. It takes a long time. There's no way around it. I know. I was talking to another agent and they're like, there's got to be a better way. I'm like, no, like I love editing and filming. The one thing I absolutely hate is that, but it looks so good and it works. I'll do another video on it, but essentially I literally go batch edit and then hit enter, 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 enter. And you got to think on a minute video, that's probably like 100 and some, way more than that word. So it's like enter, enter, enter. It probably takes 10. That takes me longer than it is to shoot and edit. Just simply hitting enter, 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 enter. But it looks cool. So that's how I do that.
Thank you.
I love it. Tyler, one of the things.
Sorry, you said 11. It triggered something. I don't know what it triggered.
Hey, one of the things that you said in like a side conversation with me about this was that you just love to do it. Like you love doing this. And I see the amount of content that you put out and you're going all over the place and doing these videos and you've gotten so good at it. And like for a lot of people on here, like if you fall in love with doing this, like if you fall in love with these homes that you shoot, like you should love the homes that you're shooting and you should, know how to talk about them and really enjoy talking about the details and everything else. Because if you do that, your audience will love to go on these tours with you. But you've been a content machine, Tyler. So, I mean, you got anything else to leave people with? Because I can tell you what, I bet you, like with my group, I like my group. I think that a lot of them are going to go take action on it. I think a lot, like you're going to see listing videos from a lot of them. But I also know a lot of them are going to do it 5 times and then stop. And so like, what is your inspiration for these people to continue on it, to stay on it, go all in on the consistency of it and actually build a business from this?
My biggest inspiration is, what if you made a committed decision for 60 days, let's call it, and said, no matter what it takes, I will post a video, short form video tour on Instagram and TikTok every single day, and actually committed to that. Not some bullshit, oh, I'm gonna try it and this and that, or if I don't get many views after a month, I'm gonna quit. No, because I did that when I was dead broke as an agent. I had a bike, didn't have a car. You guys heard my story at that event, right? I even got tattooed on me, on my hand, the what if factor. When I was wanting to break down and literally quit and just stop doing this, because like weeks went by, needed more money, no leads were coming in. I just thought, like, what if this does work? And I don't want to be wondering a year from now, if I quit, oh, what if I would have kept going, right? And now where my life is right now, it just is so amazing. And it's all because I didn't stop. And I see so many other agents start and then stop. And then when times get slow, just like Jesse was saying, right? Times get slow, they get busy. And the next thing you know, when times get slow, they're like, oh, I better go make more videos. And then when times are good, they stop. And they're like, oh man, I'm so busy. I'm like, you got to keep going. Why aren't you making videos? Oh, I got leads. I'm like, well, Instagram and TikTok do not like that. Same thing with YouTube. If you want to grow, you got to be consistent. My YouTube, I've been posting every day for like 7 months. I only have 800 followers, but just within the past week, all my views started going up. And I can guarantee you guys, it's going to be a couple months from now, maybe 6 months, maybe even a year. Everyone will be like, oh, Tyler has a big YouTube following. But they didn't see when I didn't have any followers and I posted every single day. Now I got to make a disclaimer. Sometimes I don't post every single day because I travel a lot and I have a lot of things going on. But for all of you, you got to post every day. And I mean, like, honestly, your life will change. So don't wonder what if I would have done this. Just go do it. Yeah.
So
Love
good.
it. Come on, Ray, take us home. What we got today?
Yeah, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you guys are a real agent, you can register on the Real Academy now, and this is where our course page will be. So on this course page, it says right now, watch previous sessions, and it says class replay TBD. That's what you're watching now. So we're going to have this organized for you in the future, maybe by topic, maybe by date. We'll figure out the best way to do it. And we're going to put things like this replay on there. We can also upload a PDF or a notes document with notes and links from the call. So you guys saw a whole bunch of, on the chat, a bunch of links and stuff like that were shared, from Amazon stuff to, Tyler, you had a video you tried to share with us, but the link didn't quite work. We'll get that from you and we'll put that here. Also, if you registered, if you're not a real agent, but you've registered for this call, then we have your email and we can email you those links and resources for calls like this too. So we'll send an email out to everybody with the links if you missed them. So don't fret about it. We'll try to also package up the slides like Tim said in the comments there. So that's all I got. You got anything else, Tim?
No, man, I just want some tunes. I want my favorite part of the week. What do you got? Okay.
There you go. A little muse action.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We always love seeing you. Tammy Price said she's going to go make a bunch of these videos. Rick Gonzalez is in for crushing it. Who else?
I
have
just want
a-
Tyler to
If
come
you
to
are going
San
to go take some
Antonio
action
so
on
we
this,
can
everybody else we're
collab.
just dancing.
What'd you say, Tammy?
I said I need Tyler to come to San Antonio so we can collab and I can actually do one. We went to Houston, San Antonio next.
Gotta make it.
You could do one now. So 2 of my agents were here on this call, and they are going today to do the follow. This is a great idea if you're on a team. You could just kind of trade. One of you do the gimbal for the other one, and that's such a great idea. I love the follow idea.
Love it.
Oh, thank you guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday.
You too, dude. Thanks for joining us, Marty.
Marty's in the mix. Good to see him. Marty, we always have a little dance party at the end of every call. So, you know. There you go. That's it right there.
There you go. Thank you.
See you later, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.
Tyler, hey, what's next for you? Like, you got any speaking stuff, any training stuff coming up?
Yes, gonna be in Toronto in 2 days, 3
Nice.
days. And then just more fun stuff after that. Today, I'm filming a home, you guys. I'm actually filming 4 homes today because since I leave tomorrow to Toronto, I gotta have content to post while I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'm filming a house that has a landing strip that's big enough for a private jet, and it actually drives right up to the house like John Travolta style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be filming that and some other cool stuff.
Are you gonna
and yeah.
get like the plane pulling up?
Oh, I wish. Yeah, no. So long story short, the actual owner unfortunately passed away in a plane crash because they a hobby plane person. Otherwise, I would have absolutely been like, hey, can you put some planes out?
Okay.
I would have been flying in on the plane with the 360 camera, be like, come tour this home. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Go knock on it. You know, find it. Is it one of those airstrip neighborhoods?
No, it's just a
It's just
random
one
in a
house with an
field
airstrip.
that has an airstrip.
Okay. All right. It's pretty baller.
Yeah, you'll see. It's pretty cool.
I like it. All right. I can't wait to see all of Rick's home tours.
I already did like 9 of them.
Yeah, but did this
I've
help
seen
you
them. They
out?
look
Like, are you
good.
thinking about the ones you've done and how to make them better?
Yeah, I totally missed the 0.5 thing. So mine are zoomed in a little too tight. And then I don't have the ninja walk down quite.
Ninja
So
walk.
I think if I do the 0.5 and I get my ninja walk down, I think I'm golden.
Yeah.
So
If
next
I
thing
wasn't
I'm
in
gonna
my
do-
underwear right now, I would show you my ninja walk. But
the next big listing I get or a next big video I do, I'm just going to send the video to Tyler. Have you ever seen those videos that Brad does where he'll intro it from like Canada and then it's like some house. I'm gonna do that with Tyler. I'm gonna have him hook me up.
Tyler, just so you know, I rarely wear pants on during these weeks on these calls.
It's all about comfort, right?
You know?
On these calls, you gotta just don't stand up.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. There's been a couple times where I've gone to like grab something.
No pants Tuesday.
And I'm doing my videos as well. I've done like 4 so far. But the tip today that Tyler you gave on not do the tour and go to the office room, just go to the first main part of the house.
Yeah.
So I missed that point. I'm gonna do that. I already have the content for the next week. So the tours after that, I'll definitely use that.
I
That's
love that,
very, very
Rambo.
nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, God, I'm still jealous that your name's Rambo. But yeah, I think like that's the thing too, that because I've had a couple of our agents send me them, and it's like, guys, what's the sexiest thing in the house? Is it the kitchen? Like, is it the pool? Like, what is it? Like, get to the sexy first, and then show the other stuff.
3 seconds hook.
Definitely, that's my takeaway about this today's mastermind.
Get to the sexy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody
And
put that on Instagram.
And also, when you guys
Quote,
are
unquote.
starting your video, put something like in the background. Like if you watch mine, I'm always in front of the house at the right angle, so the house looks good. I have some people where they're like standing in the living room, and it's like, what? Or they're at the front door.
Yeah.
It's like, what does the house look like? You know? So, or if it, like Tim said, if it has a pool, like we're in Calgary, like a pool is rare. So if it does have a pool, I'm in the backyard showing the big back of the house with a pool, being like, yo, this house has a pool. Let's go check it out. You want to make
And
sure.
Rick, it's probably because you had that 0.5 on there, or you didn't have the 0.5. But like, yeah, make sure you spread the wings out there, right? Like,
Oh,
let
yeah.
those wings fly. Get that good angle on
No,
the thing, so you can see that house. Because if you're like,
got
hi,
my-
it's Tim, like my face is taking up half the frame, and I can't see the house. Like, get it out there.
And
Get it out there and shoot. You know,
I've
And if
been
you're-
taking Katrina with me, and we've been working on the handoff where she does the shot of me, and then we try to get a real smooth handoff where I grab the gimbal. So that I've done that in a couple of them. It works pretty good.
if you are using the DJI gimbal, make sure you're pulling that selfie stick out, especially for the first part of doing the selfie. That gave me a better view of me and the house, a little better, so I can.
nice.
Yep.
I just use the back camera at 0.5.
Yes.
Well, that's the other awkward thing is using the back camera and
Practice.
not knowing where you are in the shot. But
Yeah.
you just got to go for it, right?
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, Tyler, you do that, right? I mean, you don't see the shot, but you're getting it out there and you know that it's probably pretty good.
Yes. And what I usually do is like I'll hold it out and then I'll like do like a little practice test and then I watch it. So then I know.
You're like,
and then
okay,
you just gotta
that's-
like,
yeah.
yeah. And then like once you do it so much, it's like second nature. I know what angle, I know where to put it.
Yeah.
But like even Frocy, when I was filming with her in Texas, prime example, it took me like 6 or 7 tries to get the intro down because like the way the sun was coming and then the way the house was, you know, I had to like I was trying to like be like, oh, that's only one take. And meanwhile, I'm like 10 takes later, but I finally got it down where I could actually get it. And a lot of the times I'm like across the street because I want to make sure the whole house is in. So I'm so far away, but then the house is like, you can see the full thing, you know?
I like it.
So yeah.
Tyler, you're awesome.
Oh no, you are. I absolutely
I
love
know.
coming on.
Okay. Fine. You're right.
Tyler, I have to say thank you for sharing all of this. I mean, I have posted 2 videos and I found that the engagement have increased and the views on those particular videos have increased dramatically in my account, in my IG. However, in TikTok, it's not the same. So it does have lower.
Yeah, TikTok, the TikTok's in weird, you guys. I'll like have a video that'll get 1 million views, then my next one gets 500 views. It's insane. I don't know. Instagram's a lot more consistent. Your followers act like I have 55,000 followers on TikTok, and some of my videos have like 1,000 views. Where Instagram, I have 55,000, same thing, but I'm guaranteed to get 20 to 30,000 views within a couple of days because your following actually sees your stuff. So TikTok's like insanely weird. And I can't say that like the golden era of TikTok's done where you can't get views because then Rylan and our marketing team 6 months ago out of nowhere, he started posting crazy videos and now he's getting millions per video. But then he just recently posted one, only got 30,000. But at the end of the day, it's 30,000 views.
I
But,
think
like,
only 30,000. He really let himself go.
In my experience with other people, like TikTok, like you just stay at it, take all these things and just stay consistent and don't be confusing. So like having a channel of just home tours is going to help that TikTok algorithm pick your thing up and have it take off. Sharon, my one challenge to you, did you just do this one on Instagram that got 8,000 views? Was that all organic?
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
And the other one that has 7 something.
7,000 views?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my challenge for you.
So good.
You're hitting on something here, which is awesome. I want you to stop posting the content that's not hitting.
Yeah, don't quit.
So go all in, Tyler.
Yeah.
Just in this, before you move to Florida, you have to know this. That one did well. Was that organic? So that did well. But like, look at your videos that have gotten 200 views.
Yeah.
And let's stop doing those and focus in on the stuff that's working and go all in on the stuff that's working.
Let's go.
Yeah. And Tim, I love that you said that because like even me, people are like, why do you only do home tours? I'm like, because it's the most viewed and generates the most leads. I used to do all different types of tours, all different types of videos, educational. I still do the odd community tour, but like, because those sometimes are good. They don't get as many views, but it's good for like my clients because like, oh, he knows the neighborhoods. But like there was an agent that was doing similar thing actually, Sharon. But like they were doing home tours and then they were doing like them talking in front of the camera, educating people
Talking
at
head.
their office. And those videos were like getting no views, no engagement. And the home tours are doing amazing. And then they stopped doing the home tours. Like, oh, it's just easier to make the ones at my office. I'm like, yeah, but people don't like them. You get no views, you get no shares. People want to be engaged on there. They don't want another realtor being like, hey guys, today I'm going to go over this really complex market update that you aren't even going to be sure why this applies to if you're a buyer. You know, it's exactly. I love that. You know, but
So-
even I was going to say really quick, if you're doing like even like a market update or something, do it on a voiceover of a property. Right? Be like, hey guys, want a market update here in Calgary? I'm gonna tell you within a minute while you tour this super cool $500,000 home. So while they're touring it and being engaged, you're like, okay, so here's the market updates. People, it's entertaining. It's more better than just like sitting there talking. Unless you're a celebrity. If you got a big following celebrity, people love to just look at you and watch you talk. But sometimes if you're on the come up, people will be like, well, why do I want to watch this person for a minute talk to them? Right? So that's my take on that.
And the reason I say that is, you know, when you're getting started, we're like, hey, you should post more content, you know? And I was like looking in one of the Tom Ferry groups, somebody posted something. They're like, be more consistent, post more stuff. But you've got 2,200 followers and you're, you know, getting 8,000, 7,000 views with 2,200 followers is very good. You're at the point now where you can start to be much more strategic with your social. So you posted a like for rent ad. It's like that like you're beyond that. Like you shouldn't post that. You're doing some day in the life stuff and like this is what I'm doing today type thing. Like I would stay away from that. I would do that more in your stories and do that more on like maybe your posts, but make all of your reels. I would just commit to all of your reels being home tours. And like this, before you move to Florida, you have to know this type thing. Like highly engaging stuff and your stuff that's getting 200 views, like let's just stop doing those.
Right. Yeah. I figured that that Florida thing, it was a test. And I figured, like Jeremy says, I mean, people like clickbaity things. And
yeah.
That one was that specific example. Like Jeremy would say. So yeah.
Cool. Because Tyler, I mean, I would say the Reels algorithm is much more discoverable. So like if you did want to post pictures of, hey, like I went to Houston this weekend, right? Like you make those pictures, but keep your reels very home tour and Jeremy Knight clickbaity type stuff, because that's what will grow your organic audience on reels. Keep your stories and your picture posts for your like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. And you hit it there. I see a lot of agents, what they're posting on their reels. I'm like, that, like you said, Tim, needs to be your story. Even me, I enjoy doing some like random stuff sometimes. And I'm like, I'm gonna throw on my story because I like to keep, because Instagram and TikTok, if they see that all your reels, every one you post is getting engaged with, they're gonna push your content more. But if you post like a couple good reels and then like 3 or 4 videos that are just not good and they just suck, Instagram's gonna be like, well, should I push this account? Right? Like, yes or no? And sometimes you got to like play the waiting game, because you guys, YouTube shorts, 6 months, nothing's really happening. Out of nowhere, yesterday, I got 500 followers and one of my videos is now at like 20 or 30,000 views and all my other ones are now popping off. I'm like, what the hell? But I posted that video 5 months ago and it had like 4,000 views and I was super excited about that. And now it's at, I think, almost 30,000. I'm like, what? I have no idea, but I just post, forget, try and improve, post, and just keep on going.
Yeah, consistency in telling the algorithm who your stuff is for, and not confusing it. You know.
Hey, Tyler, one quick question on the YouTube Shorts. So I know TikTok and Instagram is giving me their own music, but YouTube, it doesn't have its own music. It either takes the music or the voiceover, but it's not mixing them together like Instagram does. So what do you do for YouTube Shorts?
You can mix it together. You're doing something wrong on there. So go on YouTube and search that up. Like, adding music to your thing.
There's a way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm able to do it.
I did that for my first video. I was able to do that, but afterwards I tried my next 2-3 videos. I couldn't find that option. I was like, I know there is somewhere that's happening. Maybe they changed something. Maybe, I'll look it up again.
Yes, look again, because it is there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something happened there, like what, but it's there somewhere.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thanks
Later.
for doing this. Bye.